It's the SEC on ESPN. And it's all part of Super Tuesday presented by KFC. Our matchup from the SEC West, the Rebels of Ole Miss at 16-5 and the number 3 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, 20-1 and 5-1 in conference play. And for at least a day, Kentucky could take the top spot in the East from Vanderbilt if they can pull out a win tonight. Meanwhile, Ole Miss trying to go to a virtual tie with Mississippi State in the SEC West. Let's take a look at our Star Watch tonight. We talked about John Wall, number 2 in the country in assists and 5th in the SEC in scoring. But some of his comments about his coach and about his play over the course of the last week has caused a definite stir in the Bluegrass. Chris Warren, right now almost 17 points a game. He's a number 6 scorer, and he's the guy that really leads the 3-guard offense of Andy Kennedy and the Rebels of Ole Miss. Here's Patrick Patterson on the low block with a hook. Cousins with a foul.
Brett, his feet are terrific.
Dodson had the hot hand from 3-point range the other day, and he picks up where he left off. Oh, boy, he got hit low by Wall on the follow-through, and now Wall on the breakaway. Andy Kennedy's seen enough in a minute and 45 seconds. That's the way they like to start here at Rupp Arena.
With a bad ankle sprain, and they are rail thin on the interior.
Patterson backs it in and then brings it back out to Wall for 3. Well, he's off to a pretty good start, isn't he? Does have a turnover, but he's got... So far, a good start for John Wall. 5 points for him, including that 3-pointer. His team in front by 3. The gap a little bit more. Darius Miller rims out a 3. Tough rebound by Cousins. And then Patterson has the final say. Cousins gives it up. They work it around, and they'll try the 3 on the outside from Liggins. And Jimmy, their 3-point shot was on against the scorer's table. Miller with a jump stop and a floater in the lane. Nice drive by Darius Miller. And again, just when Ole Miss had made a nice push, 8 straight points for Kentucky. Bledsoe with a left hand, finger rolls it in. Graham, not a good shot. Ball on the break, and 1.
Brad, when you play Kentucky in this building, neutral floor, away game doesn't matter. It's being in motion, and the red jerseys got caught standing and watching. When that happens,
Ball at the controls. Quick crossover, the no-look pass to Stevenson.
John Wall has as good a vision as you'll find, not only in college basketball, but at any level. He really has a grasp. We've seen a zone. Kenny said we can just trick him and hope they miss.
Yeah, they didn't miss.
No, and they didn't trick him. No.
Orton with a hook shot, and I mean a solid body hook shot.
Daniel Orton will be a first-round draft pick by the time he's a senior. You forget how big this guy is, too. 6'10", 255 pounds. He and Cousins and Patterson can really dominate the...
In the Ole Miss zone.
To me, Kentucky had about 7 or 8 seconds of lag time, but it doesn't matter when you just jump up and stroke it.
Tell you what, Darnell Dodson, as he did against Vandy, on a pick on the baseline. Lobs it inside to Cousins. Up and through.
DeMarcus Cousins very...
Corrigo White had it stripped by Bledsoe, and now it's Cousins all alone.
Your player to be patient on offense. Gets on that left block and just camps out and trusts that Kentucky will bring him the ball as opposed to chasing the ball. DeMarcus Cousins, hard to guard. Brett, I'll ask you, who has played harder the last 5 minutes, Ole Miss or Kentucky?
Definitely Ole Miss. Now, DeMarcus Cousins is trying to change that. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. I think he had 4 3-point plays, didn't he, in Vandy game? Another opportunity here.
Look at him post up, and once he gets his backside into you and feels where you are, Brad, he knows. And that's what has gotten Ole Miss in trouble in this ball game.
And almost turned it over, and they do. Wall all alone. Ole Miss let a good thing slip away here in the last minute of the first half. Oh, and it's getting worse instead of better. Offensive foul on Polony.
John Wall,
11.
Top of the broadcast, the question was, how will John Wall respond from the conversation he had with John Calipari? What will his body language look like? How will he lead the
Kentucky looking for its 21st one of the year? If they get to 6-1 on the back door, alley-oop to John Wall to open the. Let's a little penetration. They move it around the perimeter. Dodson takes a three. Wow. Just snapped that one off, and he's got 11. Almost rammed it home with one hand, but it comes out to Ole Miss, so they've got numbers. But they've got John Wall blocking the shot.
John Calipari, though, more concerned with the guys that aren't in the play than the two defenders that are. They go grizzly bear on that box, and that is not easy to do.
Dodson for three. He's just feeling it. He's been feeling it since Saturday against Vanderbilt.
And more importantly, recruited as a maker. They have to have him to make a deep run.
Here's a steal, and Wall trying to lob it to Bledsoe.
Wow.
Hung in midair and got it to go. And Cousins steals and scores. What a sequence that was.
Actually, an Ole Miss defender gets a hand on it, and Bledsoe's there to clean it up.
He's done most of the damage with those 2 3-pointers. Bledsoe with the left hand. Back to that. One of those things we have to take. I'm not going to say have to take. Sometimes do take just because we love it so much.
But we will evolve that as the season progresses.
Oh, okay. Bledsoe missed the finger roll. Cousins cleaned up for him. First basket of the second half. Rico White's offense for Ole Miss. You have to remember about Warren, and he had it just snatched almost out of his hand by Cousins.
They put their big opposite of the ball, and that creates a driving lane.
Corner won't go for Cranston. Kentucky on the break. Miller buries a three, and a big one at that. Gives Kentucky some room to breathe back. Bledsoe, the kick out. Patterson got the three. He hit a season and career high 3 threes.
Patterson's just going to spot up this drive. All it was geared to do was to get the defense to watch the back. Kentucky, they don't have the size inside to pull it off.
Patterson up and under, just like that. Just as Jimmy was saying, they just couldn't stay with the big guy.
Andy, 5th or 6th possession, because he knows the same thing. He just doesn't have the hosses to match up body on body with Patterson.
We're almost at the 8-minute mark. Orton, strong inside for the big fella. Just another line, beautiful. Warren thought about a three over Orton, but he's shooting over a building there. Holloway, pinned by Wall. Remaining in the ball game. John Wall doing it on defense as well as offense tonight. Kentucky in front.
Match up man-to-man. Will Kentucky be patient enough to go inside against it?
There's Liggins going inside against it. That was too easy.
He played at Kentucky, was the athletic director here, now a consultant for the SEC on the basketball side. He has no enemies. Everyone that knows C.M. Newton loves that man, and I'm sure in all of college athletics, Kentucky basketball fans.
There's a slam by Patterson. And a perfect toss is Joe B. enjoying the night. On a dribble with 15 on the shot clock. Wall, a quick first step, and then he backs up and fires, and got it for three. So nice fade away and put it off the glass. Cousins underneath. And he just keeps adding to his total. Chance for another three-point play for big number 15 when we come back. 75, had to work for it at times because Ole Miss hung around, cut the lead down to 3 on a couple of occasions, and then just mishandled the ball on both those occasions to try to close the gap any further. So Kentucky goes to 21-1, 6-1 in the SEC East to take the lead at least temporarily over Vanderbilt. The Rebels fall to 16-6 and 4-4 in the SEC West and fall a little further behind Mississippi State. Let's check in with Janine.
Yeah, we're here with John Wall, and you made some comments a couple of days ago about being frustrated. How do you feel about the way you played tonight? Were you able to do everything you wanted to do?
I feel great. I listened to what coach is telling me and got my teammates involved in making shots, and I just wasn't letting the frustration get to me, and I just was playing basketball tonight.
What did you and your teammates take away from that loss to South Carolina? It seems like that was a pivotal game for you guys.
It shows that we got to stay humble and hungry. Like I told you earlier, we got too big-headed, and we thought that we was the #1 team. We thought we didn't have to play hard, and teams going to give it to us either. And you seen South Carolina came out and punched us in the mouth and won that game.
Well, congratulations, and a lot of NBA eyes on you guys tonight. 21 of 30 NBA teams represented here this evening. Congratulations, John.